The Nasnas, monsters of Muslim and Arabian origins, inhabit the areas of Yemen and the island of Jaben in the Indian Ocean, with a variant called the Xunguruuf or Hungruf in the areas of Somali. Unlike most humanoid creatures, a Nasnas can pass for a heavily deformed or crippled man if one isn't paying the creature much mind, either from close or from afar. The Nasnas can evade less eagle-eyed or learned individuals because it resembles a man, only bisected down the middle, with the other half missing. The only inhuman feature it possesses is the tail of a sheep, located where the human tailbone traditionally ends, just above the anus. Opposing the norm, however, some Nasnas will have more animal-like features, substituting their few human-like ones. In these less common species, typically the ones found around Somali, they will have the foot of a goat, as well as patches of fur throughout the body. Rarer ones located on small islands will have their head located within their chest, and leathery wings much like that of a bat, located on the upper back, where one would normally find the shoulder blades on a human. Nasnas origins are typical for that of what can be referred to as a half-breed in common folk terms. A Nasnas is the offspring of a jinn and a human, whether it be consensual or otherwise. In one ancient story, however, people were turned into Nasnas by God as a punishment for the ones who rebelled against their prophet. Nasnas of all variants will often eat berries and other common vegetables and herbs. This does not mean they are less dangerous than other creatures who have dipped their tongues in human blood. The more deceitful Nasnas will often stand in or by a river portraying itself as an old and feeble man trying to cross. When its prey comes close enough to give aid, the Nasnas will strike and drown its victim in the river below. Even though the Nasnas has but one leg and half the muscle mass, does not mean it is any less strong or fast. The more able Nasnas will chase down its prey, hopping at great speeds with its one leg and proceed to beat and stomp its victim. The Somali variant, called the Xunguruuf or Hungruf, will use the same tactics as the traditional form of Nasnas, but the Xunguruuf only needs a single touch, for with this one touch, the skin of its victim will be flayed in that very moment, leading to one's death. For never witnessed for both their rarity and being located in areas not commonly visited by the boots of men, the tactics of the flying Nasnas of the small islands has never been witnessed by any living man. With all the boons possessed by the Nasnas Xunguruuf, one would not be at fault for thinking they would spread and take over their respective regions, if not for the fact they can be killed like any other mortal man. In many areas, the Nasnas are hunted deliberately for their meat because, unlike the meat of other monsters, which will cause severe illness or death, theirs is described as sweet and fruity, possibly due to their plant-based diet.